Oh, we finally have a trailer for Glass. Actually, those little character spot teaser trailers they've come out with this week, those probably would have been fine enough as a teaser trailer for Glass. Just have Elijah Price's mom's audio from Unbreakable while they're showing that.
There's the soldier villain who fights the hero with his hands. And then there's the brilliant and evil arch enemy who fights the hero with his mind.
I'd have been fine if that was a teaser trailer, but we got a lot more. So in a world where we have a teaser trailer to Glass, the sequel to Unbreakable, the third chapter in the Unbreakable Split saga. Oh, I'm talking about that. I tried to keep it from you all until now, but I can no longer do it. Split is tied to Unbreakable, and when that was revealed at the end of Split, it was a swell of cheers in the audience, myself included. This trailer essentially starts out with Sarah Paulson. She's talking to someone. She's talking to David Dunn, Kevin, and Elijah Price, Mr. Glass, are all in a room together. But Sarah Paulson says she specializes with people with a certain type of delusion of grandeur, which is people who think they're superheroes, and this is a growing field. It's a growing thing. It's a growing epidemic. Which does make sense because the superhero movie genre has grown in our world. That's what Unbreakable was. Unbreakable was a looking glass mirror into the superhero genre, and it was an interesting, realistic reflection into that world per what it was in 2000. But now it's 18 years later, and the superhero movie genre is completely changed. Now everything's crossovers, cinematic universes, it's bigger. So now it looks like there might be other people in this movie who have abilities also. Abilities which are the truth, the comic books being the exaggeration of that truth. I just hope the theme doesn't get lost in that. Elijah Price in Unbreakable even says there are exaggerations of the truth. Comic books are a form of history that someone wrote down, then that history got chewed up in the commercial machine, and now we have what we have. We have comic books, and I hope Unbreakable, the Unbreakable universe, I guess is the word. I hope it doesn't get chewed up in the commercial machine. We get something that doesn't really resemble Unbreakable. I don't know, just addressing concerns, I do think it's completely possible to do it right. I think you can have more people that might have powers in this world without losing the purity of what Unbreakable is. Just an experience in history if we're learning from history, because those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it. History has been, the bigger Shyamalan goes, the less good the movie is, so he doesn't try to go too big. Special props to that one scene where Mr. Glass sees that comic strip and it's someone bending the bars, which is exactly what the Beast did in Split. Because that's what it is. This movie looks like it's going to be what Elijah Price's mom was talking about. There's the soldier villain who fights the hero with his hands, and there's the more dangerous arch enemy who fights the hero with his mind. So now you have the soldier villain and the arch enemy. You know, David Dunn would just have to, if he ever finds Mr. Glass, you just walk up to him and go, pow! Dead. Which makes me wonder why he's even in a room with him. David Dunn's in a room with a couple of murdering maniacs. I feel like he'd just break out of the chains and be like, you're knocked out, you might be dead. Maybe David Dunn has a problem with killing people. That's fine. Let me just snap your arms so you can't wheel yourself around and cause trouble. I don't know why I expect this, but I expect Sarah Paulson's going to be one of them. One of the special people. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But the fact that she's in it, there's something about her. It screams inquisitive person who's trying to accept who she is. I imagine that would be a really interesting thing for M. Night Shyamalan to do. It's like one of the fun parts of writing this is finding superhero powers and then finding a way to just tone it back and make it a realistic thing. It looks to be the case from the trailer, and I'd love for this to be the case, that David Dunn's in a place he's not supposed to escape from. But then Mr. Glass puts people in danger, in which case he does have to bust out of there and save them. But he has the Beast like a dog on a leash. He unleashes him to fight Dunn. That's really the only way he could ever fight David Dunn. Even have Kevin the Beast fighting Dunn in kryptonite, and by kryptonite I mean water. That is his kryptonite. Could be happen chance, could be planned by Glass. But Mr. Glass doing this again with him, it was inevitable. At the point David Dunn picked up the mantle and became the hero and became who he was supposed to be, thus showing Elijah Price who he is supposed to be. That's just showing you who you're supposed to be, but what's the point of that if you don't keep on the path? If you don't keep on being Mr. Glass through action? It's a true Batman and Joker dynamic right there. Actually, for most of this video, I'm just kind of hypothesizing and theorizing, which is part of what makes this so interesting for me. It's been 18 years. If it had only been a couple years or a few years, like Unbreakable 2 was coming out in like 2002 or 2005, the time gap in between the movies is shorter, so there are less variables there. There are less possibilities of what the characters have been doing since. 18 years, that's a long time. You could really go anywhere. Far too long, but I hope it's the case of the longer the wait, the better the reward. I think we can have ourselves a winning trilogy on our hands. All right, so the trailer for Glass, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.